Hi Gemini, my name's Leona from Supra Conscioussoul, and this is your general reading, your money reading, your love reading and spirituality reading for November. I apologize for the lateness, however the videos have now lengthened, so you're getting a much longer video, which means I can cover more areas for you. So let's have a look at Gemini, November, Sun, Moon and Rising for the highest good of all, possibly Venus and Mars, if you know those placements. So let's have a look. Gemini, what do we need as a general reading so far? We have the King of Cups in reverse. We have the World card. We have the Six of Pentacles. We also have the Issue as the Eight of Swords. You now as the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Justice card. And we have the Ace of Wands helping you. So your new focus is the Eight of Wands. The Devil card moving forward. And the Emperor. So what we have underneath the deck is the Five of Cups. So there could be some regrets. It could be a little bit of an emotional roller coaster this month. You're needing to kind of get away in a sense. You're feeling like you're being nagged. You're feeling like there's a lot of past regrets. You could be trying to get out of this energy of feeling like there's remorse, there's regret, there's sadness here. Yeah, you could be feeling like you're always constantly getting told what to do emotionally, or it could be that for some of you, you've kind of kicked over these cups in anger. You've kind of said, look, let's forget it then, kind of thing. However, I do feel like there could be some kind of mentally you're wanting to get away from this energy, because we do have the Six of Swords, which is talking about getting far enough away to look at something clearly, to be able to see the destruction down here, to be able to see that you want some kind of peace. Now we do have these two cups still sitting on the wall, so this is available to you. Now it could be for some of you that you've just gotten out of a relationship. For some of you, you may be taking on your freedom, your independence. You're looking at issues around your freedom or your independence or your stability. But the Nine of Pentacles is somebody who's quite happy where they're at in a sense. Now, I do feel for some of you, there could be a new emotional offer coming in, or there is a turning point emotionally coming for you. Yeah. Now you're needing to open up to your intuition. You're needing to listen to your dreams right now. You're needing to I feel like you're just needing to get away, or you're needing to escape from a situation that could have been an emotional roller coaster in some sense. Now, we have the World card, which talks about a karmic completion to a situation. It also talks about some kind of self-realization. You're kind of getting to this fixed point in terms of, like, now I know what I want. Now I know what it is I need to do. The relationship could have been out of balance for some of you. It could have been that you felt like you was giving more than you was receiving from a relationship here. But I feel like it could be for some of you that you just felt like you wasn't getting what you needed emotionally. You wasn't getting what you needed back energetically here. So I feel like we also have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse in the center. So I feel like somebody who definitely wasn't putting the energy in, they wasn't putting the work into a situation. We also have this other Eight above it, which is showing a feeling of trapped. Now, eights are talking about power. Now your power is being taken by mental thoughts here. You're feeling trapped by a situation, but you're not actually listening to your intuition here. You can escape this situation by following your intuition. Yeah, it's saying in some senses not to put energy into something unless it's reciprocal right now. We also have Justice, which talks about balance, fairness, equilibrium. It can also talk about something like a head over heart decision where there's a split that's necessary. It can talk about a split or a coming together. However, with these cards, I feel like there's a split and it's needed, and somebody's needing to stand in their truth, stand in their self-empowerment. Now, this energy could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy that's in reverse here. But generally, just your emotions, you're feeling like you could have been given something too much emotionally and you may not have been getting it back, or there could have been some kind of manipulation with the King of Swords in reverse, or addictions, drugs, like some kind of also narcissistic elements to a relationship. However, the World card is about the karmic completion, like I said, so that's bringing a cycle or a repetitive cycle to a close, especially with justice. Justice also talks about you making sure that you stay fair and you stay balanced in this situation, and that's how you stay on top in this situation. Maybe needing to leave behind certain regrets, allowing for a sense of forgiveness as well. Because moving forward, what's helping you is we have this brand new opportunity. This is something passionate, and I feel like it's passionate as well because we have the Devil card here. This can talk about temptation, desires, lusts, and the Ace of Wands is also very phallic. It can talk about a new birth, it can talk about fertility, but there's some kind of new opportunities or some kind of abundance that can be grown from moving forward in a new direction. We also have your new focus as the Eight of Wands. Now this is things happening quite quickly after you get out of this trapped feeling, after you kind of balance the energies in terms of what's given to you and what's taken from you. The Eight of Wands is about some kind of falling in love, and quite quickly here with the Eight of Wands as well. This is also about message, communication. It could also be telling you that you're leveling up in some sense spiritually, yeah? Now, with the Emperor and the Devil card, you may be taking control of some of your addictions moving forward. You may be getting out of a codependent relationship where you just felt like you was tied to somebody's every move. There can be a sense of gaining freedom with the Devil card, because the Devil is about things that are holding us down in this world, like the bills, all the materialistic stuff that we kind of hold ourselves to. But I feel like the Emperor is telling you to look at something logically moving forward as well, and not to be too kind of rigid for some of you. For some of you, you need to be rigid because you're getting out of a certain situation. For others, it's not being too rigid, or it may be taking control of your passions in some way. Maybe you're the one that sends the message out here to this new beginning. But I feel like once this new beginning starts, it's going to roll very, very quickly for you. Now, I'm going to pull these up and look at love. I think we'll use another deck. So let's have a look at love for you. So we got the Tarot of Sexual Magic. So if you're under 18, I suggest that you stop the video, because some of these cards are a little graphic. Right, we have the Nine of Pentacles, so that's you being single. Then we have the Ten of Cups, which is something coming in that's emotionally satisfying for you. It gives you that 10th cup. So in some sense, it's a wish that's come in. Yeah, we have the Moon, which is you guys needing to follow your intuition this month, not be guided by your fears. We have the Hanged Man underneath the Nine of Pentacles. So that shows a period of waiting. You need to look at something in another way. Underneath the Ten of Cups, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So that's very positive. Something comes in fast, a new change emotionally for you. And then underneath the Moon, we have the Knave of Wands. So this is allowing yourself a turning point to follow through with your desires. It comes after the 10, so it's like, yeah, now we've got a turning point. Now I'm going towards what I want, as opposed to worrying about what I didn't want in the previous reading. And it's also going into the unknown. Now the Moon card above that is also suggesting that you're going through to the unknown in some sense. But you're needing to follow your intuition, you're needing to follow your dreams, you're needing to follow that guidance and not follow your fears, because the Knave of Wands is definitely about putting energy forward into something. Now, the Wheel of Fortune, like I said, I feel like this thing is going to come in very fast for you, whether that's a change in job, whether that's a change in money, but we are talking about love. So I feel like there is a relationship that comes in very quickly for you, and it's a karmic situation. But in this sense, I feel like it's a good karmic situation. It brings you to some kind of emotional fulfillment, where before I think you may have been kind of worried about a relationship. You may have been worried about your freedom here, because on this nine of Pentacles, he's cutting her hair while she's sleeping. So there was some kind of deviousness going on for some of you, which allowed you to then become single. But then we have the Hangman, where you're needing to now look at something from a completely different perspective. There could have been a turnaround. Maybe what you was making sacrifices for before wasn't taking you anywhere, but now you're kind of moving forward in some sense with a new relationship perhaps, or there's some kind of newness in the way that they're treating you. Yeah. There's some kind of enlightenment that happens, whether that's you or the other party, because this is a general reading. So let's have a look at love. It's saying it is safe for you to love. It says open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Then we have getting to know each other. So this correlates with a new relationship. It says as you reveal your innermost secrets, innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And I do feel like this bond is going to deepen very quickly. The Ten of Cups is also about ending old cycles and new beginnings, because it is a 10, and in numerology that does denote new beginnings. We also have chemistry. It says there's a strong magnetic chemistry between you, and that's with the Moon card. So that is showing that chemistry. The Moon kind of guides you, but there is this sense of darkness, there is this sense of fear, not knowing where you're going in some sense. Now, we got this could be the one. It says you've already met the romantic partner that you seek. And that's with the Hanged Man there. Then we have finances and career for some of you. So that's with the Wheel of Fortune. So it says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So like I was saying before, I do feel like there could be some thing financial that comes in with the Wheel of Fortune. It is very lucky in that sense. So one more card. Oh, we got the Flirt card. So that's with the Knave of Wands. So this is about opening yourself up to your passions. It says flirt, extend your light-hearted energy to others. Yeah, and the Knave of Wands is a very light-hearted energy. So it's about you moving forward with that kind of flirtatious energy. Underneath the deck, I've just seen unrequited love. So it says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. But I feel like that's where you're coming from. That's the underlying energy of where you was coming from in a past relationship. So either you guys start getting to know each other on a deeper emotional level, and that kind of brings in more passion for this new relationship, and you're suddenly finding real passion for each other, or this is brand new chemistry, a brand new relationship. So let's have a look at your energy card. So we have the Temple Path in reverse. So that goes with that Moon. You're cutting off your guidance this month. This is 12 as well, which also echoes that Hanged Man card. So being caught upside down here, feeling like you've already made enough sacrifices, not trusting spirit in a sense. Now when this card is in the upright, it's following those intuitive signs. Yeah, it's following those intuitive signs to some sense of enlightenment. So let's have a look at finances for you guys now. Oh. Sorry, let me just put this away as quickly as possible. So yes, finances. We'll use another deck. What shall we use? Okay. Right, so finances, Gemini. Sun, Moon and Rising. Oh, right, we've had a whole leap turn, so I'm going to take those. Right, we've had the Tower, which is unexpected events, something coming in that kind of blows you off your feet. We have the Wheel of Fortune again for finances, so that's a very good sign because that showed up for you in love and finances. So what I was feeling before was quite correct. We have the Knave of the Knight of Pentacles. Underneath the Tower we have the Ten of Swords. So I feel like financially you are going to move forward. You're going to get to the Ten of Swords, which is feeling like Oh God, I can't believe this is happening. It's feeling like you've been betrayed, feeling like everyone's against you. But it's also the surrender card. So as you surrender and walk away from something with grace, this is also the card of Sun in Gemini as well. So this is very much your guys' card this month. But it's saying that you need to walk away from something gracefully. And as you do so, or for some of you, the Tower comes in and just breaks it down for you if you're not able to walk away from something gracefully. But I feel like you are, because you're not waiting on something here. You're not waiting on something to change here. You've given up waiting on something where before, and now as he gives up waiting, we have this new start that needs to be planted here. So as you give up waiting on something, there's some kind of finances that come in with the Wheel of Fortune. That could be something that comes in terms of like lottery, something that comes in kind of quick. The Knight of Pentacles means it takes you to a real place of stability where you can now invest that money. You can now take something further. It's allowing you a new position or a new change. Definitely an upgrade in terms of finances. Definitely an upgrade. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. So yes, whatever this thing that comes in for you is very lucky for you. And it takes you to a place of more stability where you're able to then invest that into your health, your lifestyle. You're able to invest that into a home, perhaps decorating a home, renovations. You may be looking at the maintenance of a property, perhaps for some of you. But you're moving slowly but steadily with the Knight of Pentacles. Now, I feel like as you give up this energy of waiting, this was a test for you. You could have felt like it got to the point where your finances were kind of real bad before you just had to give up. And then as you do so, it's like the wheel suddenly changes. This is destiny, karma, fated events. Let's take an energy card, actually. So we're looking at finances, Spirit. We've got embrace the moment. So as you embrace the moment and stop waiting on something that you're waiting for, yeah? It says, embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others, and that's walking away with grace there. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you are changing your energy. Now, I did say that with the Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, this is definitely an upgrade in status of some kind. So let's take one more. We've got choices. So this says, when you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that is inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world here. Let's take a dream card, because all of this Scorpio energy is very kind of underwater. It's very kind of deep right now. Let's have a look at your finances. We had a flyer. So we have the Sun. This is a brand new beginning. This is feeling like you're going through a rebirth. This is attaching to your actual God or energy. This is realizing who you are, yeah? Taking hold of that new beginnings, rebirth, maybe emerging of something coming together to create something more solid as well. But it's definitely about growth, illumination. Yeah, and it's about saying that this is a masculine energy as well. This is about you taking hold of something, or you then be feeling like you're empowered once this happens. There is some kind of masculine empowerment that's going on. Let's take a life purpose card just to have a look at what's going on there. We have author. This card has been stalking lately. It says you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. So whatever it is, whatever your goal is, it's taking the time to put into those passions, yeah? With the Tower and the Ten of Swords, I feel like maybe something unexpected came to take you away from something on purpose, so that this Wheel of Fortune can then turn in your favour. For some of you, you're needing to go out and write it. For some of you as well, there may be a need for self-expression. Yeah, because author can also talk about journaling. It can also talk about a blogging. Maybe you need to write a letter to something about to somebody, but it's that kind of energy. So let's have a look at your spiritual energy moving forwards. Let me just put these away. So, spiritual energy, which cards are we going to have a look at? Really, we'll have a messages from heaven card first. All right, we'll have two. It says, we have fun and you must enjoy yourself. We have fun and you too must enjoy yourself. That's your message from the spirit world. We have fun and you too must enjoy yourself. We also have birds are messengers that we use to connect with you as well. So let's have a look at some dream energy. What are the messages from spirit for Gemini? Okay, so we have past life card. This is telling you that there's some need to look at some of your spiritual gifts that you may have put in a box. There may be some kind of gift that you're not using, and spirit is saying that you've been given this gift from a past life in some sense. This is a gift that you've carried with you inside yourself, and now it's time to open up that gift and begin to use it. It's about reviewing the gifts that you have that can move you forward, and there's certain gifts that you just naturally do. You don't know why you do that, you just do that. So that's what spirit's saying for you, to review any past life gifts that you may be keeping closed. We also have a moon on that box, so it's about opening up to your intuition. We also have obsidian, which is telling you to get grounded this month, and it's also telling you to put up a shield this month. So make sure that you're calling on Archangel Michael. Say, Archangel Michael, can you please shield and protect my energy? Can you transmute any negative energy and take it somewhere where it can't be of harm to others? But it's also about you grounding yourself, so feeling like either going outside and standing barefoot in the grass to connect. It could be about connecting to a tree, hands-on connection to a tree. But it's also about you maybe imagining the wires connecting to the root of the earth, going through each of your leg, connecting to the root of the earth, wrapping around the root of the earth, getting yourself to a point of grounding and stability. Because with the Ten of Swords in the last reading, it can be saying that you may get to a point mentally where you're just no. So the grounding kind of counteracts that energy for you guys. So that you don't escape into some kind of void. We also got the orange, which is your sacral chakra, which is talking about creativity and change. Yeah, needing for you to kind of connect to your creative energy, and that's going to bring about some kind of change for you guys this month. And just allowing yourself to be positive through the changes. There's going to be many changes for you spiritually. One more. We have mugwort. You're going through a rite of passage this month, Gemini. It's almost like you're leveling up in some way. With that Eight of Wands in the last reading as well, it's like spiritually you're taking a step up.